Why? Because, yeah, you don't want no static. Why? Because you fight the case, and that's your excuse. I thought you was a gangster. You was yelling in front of the police that you gonna make them motherfucker beat your ass. So if you ain't got no problem, you say you gonna spit on them and everything. So you can yell in front of the police, rap your songs, saying F the police, saying you gonna make them knock your teeth out and all that there. But now you ain't trying to make the judge give you more time. Now you trying to humble yourself. Now you acting like you gonna turn the other cheek. But when it come to me, you got everything to say. So Yak, he don't respect that. Now with Boosie, right? Do I feel like Boosie need to say something? No, I don't. Not right now. I feel like, bruh, your son just got caught up with the blicks with switches on him. That's not a good look. You gonna come out here, you finna get sentenced, and you finna go ahead, you knowing all the feds in the state, all over this Young Thug situation. Every blogger speaking on it. Everybody's talking about it. So, Boosie, if you say something, and you know you got to go in front of that judge, and you know you want a low sentence, they can give you up to 15 years. Why would you speak on snitching and potentially start an internet little beef back and forth? Why would you do that when you want the judge to give you a couple years so you can be back home? Instead of, increasing it to 4 or 5, or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not a good look. So if I'm the judge and I see you speak on that, and your son just got caught with switches that could have came from your house, I'm like, oh nah, but they live with two gangsters. Like, he ain't got no respect for the police. So first I'm gonna look at you cussing out the police, saying you gonna make them beat you, and you rapping F the police in front of them, right? Then your son get caught up with blicks. Then you on Vlad TV telling on yourself, say you make young niggas wear the charge. Now you beefing with Thug, calling him a rat. Nah, that's not a good look. So I wouldn't engage in that. The only way I would take the risk on that and say how I feel is if I'm getting paid a big bag. And I make Vlad or whoever pay me, you got to pay me even more to speak on this, because this could start a war. This could start some beef. This could start some beef, because if everybody want Boosie to speak on this, you think everybody want Boosie to stamp Thug and say he didn't tell? Everybody want Boosie to call Thug out, not say he didn't tell. And Boosie know this. So even if Boosie wasn't gonna call Thug a rat, right? He gonna speak on it, but he ain't gonna say Thug a rat. I will still make all the blogs or the blog who gonna pay me pay a bigger bag, because he gotta say something that the fans like. And if he gonna kind of side with Thug, he gotta be like, you can look at it like ratting, but I see what he was trying to do. Now, can Boosie afford a new beef with Thug? It ain't necessary. But if you the dude who call everybody out, you got to stand on what you got to stand on. But Thug can't afford to go to war with you, because he on probation. And you finna go to jail. So neither one of y'all can afford to really take it past Twitter, take it past IG. But you can speak on how you feel. Now, if Boosie do say Thug a rat, he'll get more respect, because he gonna be the first one. I think if Boosie said, it'd be the okay for Lil Baby, 21 Savage, and all them to kind of, it can really shake the room a little bit. Because if Boosie think it, and then Kodak Black, he think it, because why would you tell Boosie to say something if you think he ain't tell? So I guess they can kind of make it more easier for other rappers to be like, yeah, he told. But you got to put that pressure on all the rappers who really push that. So BG, all the rappers who stand on 10, yeah. If Thug drop a post right now on IG, is Money Man gonna like the post? Is Icewear Bezo gonna like the post? You got to put them Detroit niggas on the front line too. Is Peasy gonna like the video? These niggas don't like